Steve from the Bearded Beer blog here, and welcome back to October's edition of the Bearded Beer pod. What a month it's been in beer for me in the scary old month of October. I've been on my jollies. I went abroad. I went to England. I had a wee weekend in Plymouth, and I've got a whole section dedicated to me pissing up in old Plymouth later on in the podcast. Where to begin? Well, I don't really know, apart from I'll just talk about some beardy stuff for a change, and then we'll get straight into the beers. So this month, I got a wee package from the Bald Viking Beard Company, and very nice it was too. It was Winter in the Longhouse Beard Oil. It's a little bit thicker than usual, but it goes on like a dream, so it doesn't soak into your hands. Gives you a little bit of hold as well in your beard, and obviously I'll pop the links to that crap in the show notes. So cheers, Callum, and on to the beer. And I kicked off my my October in style with Everything Works Again from Polly's Brew, cracking IPA. Took me back to when I was finally able to get a boner after my heart attack in 2013. It tastes filled me with hope for the future. Not just a great beer, but for squidging my suds sometime soon. And that was a 4.25 on Untappd. Oi, Polly's Brew. This tin of Omen Rome IPA wasn't full. It's a good 5ml short, I reckon. Cheeky monkeys. I'll let them off, because the beer version of that naked black guy sitting on his bed meme was dead good. You know the one I mean. And that was a 4.5. So I've not had a Black Isle Brewery tipple in yonks, man. But I couldn't say I was overly keen on Rolling Palace. What's this? VIII 5, 6. Rolling Palace 8. Oh my. Shit hot at Roman numerals, me. It was a bit yeasty for my liking. Don't get me wrong. Always like to get something different, but that IPA wasn't really flicking my bean with its sort of lemon and yeasty timbre. And that was a 3.5. A Munson Brewery and Yakima Chief equals a New England IPA that is smoother than Tom Jones's Man Purse, and about 6.5 times more tasty, I reckon. You think it's going to be a bit too subtle, and then it spavs in your taste buds like sucking a chinchilla's lipstick. And that was a 4.25 on Untappd. Blood and Stomach Pills. Beer of the month. And it was the first week in October. Shit. Twice in a Blue Moon from Wylam. It's the double IPA form of one man, one jar. But a little less scratchy on the balloon knot. From the smell to the pour to the taste, it was a top-notch swally. And that was 5 out of 5. A wee sad beer next. So as far as I'm aware, I had the very last can of the Ferry Brewery's Ferry New England IPA in existence. So I drank the fuck out of it. I was sorely missing their beers. It's an absolute crying shame that they closed earlier this year. But them's the breaks. Maybe we'll see them sometime in the future. So here I am. Picture it. I'm going to go to Plymouth just for a weekend. I used to live there in the sort of early 2000s. Spent 7.5 years of my life there, and it was an awesome time. Not been back for about 20 years. Decided to go down, see how the place has changed. And by fuck has it changed. But anyway, 2 questions to kick off this wee mini section of the podcast. First question. Why is it always hotter than Jeff Cape's Clackersack after a strongman contest in Edinburgh Airport? Answers on the back of a £10 note. To me. Second question. Are you in Brewdog Edinburgh Airport yet? I was warming it my weekend away at 7:30 in the morning with their new Wingman Session IPA. It was lovely, it was cool, it was refreshing, but ever so slightly lemony for me. Like I said, nice wee beer, 7:30 in the morning, no? And the tunes were absolutely cracking. And that was a solid 4, right in the nose. So I thought I was being clever. Got a flight to Bristol, and then I got the coach from Bristol Airport to Plymouth bus station, which I thought was right behind my hotel. But they knocked the fucker down and built a new one in the town centre. So I had a 10-minute walk to my hotel, and they let me check in a wee bit early, which was cool of them. And I headed down to the Vessel beer shop. Kind of 50-50 beer shop tap room. Amazing warm welcome there, and I drank my body weight in nice beers. First one was from Pomona Island, and let's say I arrived a little later than planned, but I was there. I was sweating my willy off and cooling myself down with a cheeky half of this If the Devil Was 6 West Coast IPA, and it was very good. Right, it's darker than my post-travel wee and tasted stronger than its 5.5 ABV. I was very tempted to have another, but there was so many other ones to try. It was a bloody lovely place, and I cracked on for the rest of the afternoon. Anyway, that was a 4.5. Look at this. Look at it. I fell in lust with Fruit Car's Sight Exhibition from Verdant. A magnificent bastard of a double IPA. It was begging me to pump it, in fact. It's opaque as flip and tastes like freshly struck matches. You know how good that smells, so it must taste good too. Anyway, it was a contender for beer of the month. I could have been a contender. Next one, Polly's Brew. Anyway, Polly's Brew. This double IPA tasted like bread. It might be just hungry. I think it was called the Hop Studio. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Anyway, that was a 4. So I'm half cut by now, and I had a really sort of subtle as fuck double IPA called Proper from Cloudwater Brew, and I think down there they would have said it was proper. Me likey anyway. That was a 4.25. Grand. So I was a bump my arse up to Brewdog, had some scran, enjoyed it, and I managed to get hold of a local beer called Tippity Witchet from Good H Brew Company, I think they are. Aye. It was malty and it was sexy, and it was an IPA I wanted to take home to meet my mum, and that was a 4.25 on Untapped. Then Talking Tides were spoiling me rotten with their session IPA called Headland. Oh, fresh and juicy, very light in the old jabber slug. It was a bit of a shame the barman couldn't tell me what style it was when I asked, really. Peasants! And that was a solid 4. I headed down to a pub that I haven't been in, obviously, for a long time. Maybe 2003, I'm thinking. Kitty O'Hanlon's in Plymouth. They do a cracking Guinness. Ironically, I've never had a pint of Guinness in there. So, I had a pint of Guinness. Get over yourselves. It was cold, it was bitter, it was good, and I gave that a solid 4. So I had a good wander around then, and I reckoned after sort of 10,500 steps I deserved some wanky beer. So I had a Brewdog IPA named Leftfield. I couldn't believe I'd not had that one before. It's kind of one of their hoppiest beers I've had in a while, and it was good stuff. And a solid 4 right in the nose there as well. And another Brewdog, because I was in Brewdog, funnily enough. I had an amber ale called Shore Leave. It was very apt, as my time in Plymouth slowly ran out. It was lovely and refreshing, and had a wee fruity hint to it. I was feeling very reflective as I supped down that lovely beer. As I mentioned, I lived in Plymouth from about April 99 to late December 2005. I spent a good chunk of my early life down there. Made so many friends, and sadly I've lost touch with the vast majority of them. Bought my first home, got married, and that was all before I turned 30. So, like say 18 plus years later, sat down there, just trying to close that chapter in my life, basically. Everything's changed so much, and I felt really sad about that. The town centre's really run down these days, and it's crazy. And yeah, it's crazy to see how most of my old haunts are gone now. Yeah, I was glad that I went down, but I also wish I hadn't at the same time. But hopefully, get down there in the future again, and maybe it'll have perked up a bit. But anyway, Shore Leave was 4.25 on Untapped. Yeah, sometimes you've just got to have a standard pint of pale ale. So St Austell Brewery's Tribute wasn't the best beer in the world, but it was a winner, and it was a 4.5 on Untapped. And my final beer of the weekend, oh god, what a disappointment. When you stick a fork in me, I was pretty much done by then, but I reckon Dartmoor Brewery's Jail Ale is the worst beer I've ever tasted. It was watery, and it was bland, and pretty much like drinking the dregs out of a clogged pisser. If I could have given it a negative mark, I would have, but I thought I was fair. I gave it 1.75 on Untapped. Back home to old clays and porridge, as my dear old gran used to say. And after a long ass weekend and a trip home, I sought solace, see what I did there, and an absolute killer IPA from Wylam. It really hit the spot as I reflected on my time away and looked to move ever forwards from that old phase of my life. Fucking pathetic wanker. Oh Christ. I should have been a philosopher. Anyway, that was a 4.5 on Untapped. And yes, I get a chubby Frasvik brewing.
Sounds like my genitals.
And yes. I forgot I left that in there for... I use a template. I use a template for the podcast. It's got all my settings on it. And every now and again I put little bits in, like the bit for Moby last month. And I thought I deleted everything, and that's just... that is pure coincidental timing. Anyway, as I was saying, yes, I get a chubby Frasvik brewing, and yes, Concrete Rocket is a tasty wee bastard of an IPA, chunkier and thicker than a tramp sock full of sick, and that was a 4.25. How ironic to have sun doth shine when Storm Babbitt is kicking their asses. Nonetheless, this double dry hopped IPA from Overtone was warming my cockles rather nicely. I watched John Wick 4 while I was drinking it. Yeah. It was proper munchy beer. If you know what I mean, it was like thick, that, and then I started mumbling stuff about Tenacious D and sun doth shine and the moon doth blow and the night begins to grow. 4.25. So, Rivington, shortchanging us out of these 500ml cans. Yeah. Put it into a 500ml glass, and it was short. Bastards. Anyway, Somewhere Beyond the Sea was a double IPA. It had great taste, and it was similar to licking the pomade off of Bobby Darin's taint piercing. Except you got your money's worth out of that. That was 4 bang on the nose. And the next one from Rivington, you're on a short-changing spree, fellas. Another 500ml can falling short of the mark. This double IPA, however, is named after one of the best movies ever, Tremors. So it makes up for it a bit. I can't really put my finger on what the taste was, but it was killer. Way better than getting your bum eaten by a wormy daily. Unless it buys you a drink first. And that was a 4.5 on Untapped. So, Scramble Foggy from Pomona Island Brew is an IPA that tastes almost kind of like a more creamy lager. But to be honest, by that time I'd eaten about 17 sausages, so my taste buds might have been in shock. Got to buy, I don't know if it was my taste buds fucking about. It wasn't their strongest sort of offering by a long shot, but it was half decent nonetheless. I kind of went straight down the middle there and then ramped it up a bit because my tongue was like up on a smashed meat. And I gave it a 3.5 on Untapped. Well. Otherword Brewing. Love you guys. Keys a t-shirt. Are at their Kelpie peddling best with this West Coast IPA called Shapeshifter. Crisper than the front of your pants after watching a Scuddy movie in the bus, but way more satisfying. And you got to finish it. And that was a 2 point. No, it wasn't. Shut your face, G. It was a 4.25 on Untapped. Aye, we're in the home stretch now. Don't worry. If you're out delivering letters, I hope you're getting pish wet through, but at least it should be a short one this month. I don't know why. I had fucking tons of beer this month, but it's been really short. I'm going to have to waffle some shite to make up the time, eh? I'll maybe sing a song or something. You never know. Do you know what? I've got a song somewhere that I wrote years ago called I Need a Jobby. I'll maybe tack it on the end to kill some time, if we can find it. Magic. Anyway, I was a thirsty boy with this when I drank this beer. Might have been something to do with the amount of rum I drank the night before. But Brew by Numbers Cold IPA, number 5 cold, was giving me a beergasm. Yeah, it was slightly lagery, but with an IPA bite to it. Give it quite a refreshing taste, if you know what I mean. I wasn't initially sure, but I rather enjoyed having it in my mouth. I give that a solid 4. So, aye, Codebreaker, Living Giant. It's the equivalent of a gold resistance band being twanged against your ring piece whilst talking to a pretty lady. See you let out, aye, but shelp, and fall over. What a beer. Again, it looks like piss, so it's a winner for me. And also, there was a wee wrestling link in there as well. I reckon if Codebreaker had a fight with those other 2 contenders, it might win. But as I'd already picked beer of the month, I couldn't be arsed changing it. And what you going to do about it, eh? That was a solid 5. Okay, first thing about this double IPA from Rivington is the groovy smell. Second is the beast of a taste. It was like taking a chainsaw to your hand, because it's got a mind of its own, then tying the chainsaw to the stump where your hand used to be, then rubbing it over your taste buds, then eating salt and vinegar crisps. Evil Dead 2, fucking brilliant. And they can't match my t-shirt as well, a dash on it. That was a total 5. If I could have given it more, I would have, but I couldn't, so I didn't. Fuck! Gus knows. Hide your up, mags. Drink the beer. Enjoy. Wank responsibly. 4.5. And I can't remember who made that one. Was it Verdant? I'm sure somebody will like moan at me if I got it wrong. Excuse me. Anyway, 28th of October, the birthday of the Royal Marines. And I think Quiet Part Loud summed up my career in the Royal Marines band service perfectly. This double IPA was like a punt to the uvula with a rugby boot. Proper bad man's ginger. And that was a 4.75 on Untapped. And last but no means least, Supermarket Beer. Aye, Brew by Numbers. That was number 5 IPA. It was fresh, yo. Yeah, I was thirsty again then for some reason. I don't know why. Quenched my post-pub thirst nicely. And that was a solid 4. Right on the nose. And there we have it. October. Well and truly smashed into a fucking bloody pulp. Well, I thought I was going to have a monster episode this month, well over the 30-minute mark, but it would seem that I'm about 10 minutes short. I think that's probably because I was out drinking in the wild, and I didn't want to be sort of immersed in my telephone. So I don't like doing that. It's not fun at all. And I suppose I didn't spend much time doing the social media thing as well, which I also don't really like anymore. But there you go. Aye, October is done and dusted, and I don't think there's much to say now apart from enjoy the smash hit single I Need a Jobby, and I'll see you again next month. Cheery bye.
Don't look at me like that, I will eat your shit.
Sorry about that. Enjoy. Toodaloo.